Okay, P-Stats, here we go. Today we're going to do a histogram. A histogram, it looks like a bar graph, but remember a bar graph is for categorical data or data with words. A histogram is for univariate, so one variable, quantitative data, so data with numbers. Okay, so classes should be equal width, and there should be about 7 bars. Obviously, this picture has more than 7, so there's a little bit too many than what we would want, but it's okay also because there's a lot of data there. The difference between discrete and continuous. Okay, let's say this is data about the number of rooms or the number of students crying in each room in a preschool. Okay, so the number of room with 2 students crying is 10. Okay, so crying, number of students crying is discrete. There's exactly a specific number of students crying in each room. So notice the bars are centered over the number 2. That's how you know by looking at it that that's discrete. That's exactly 2. There are 10 rooms with exactly 2 students crying. Whereas the second one here on the right is continuous. This block right here is between the ages of 30 and 40. And actually the way histograms are set up, we don't know exactly where 30-year-olds fall or where 40-year-olds fall. This is 20 to 30 right here. So do the 30s fall here? Do the 30s fall here? And we're not exactly sure. We use the table to see that. Okay, so they usually accompany a table. Or we're just looking for a rough estimate anyway, so we don't care. Percentile. Percentile is how you get your class rank, your ACT scores. Okay, so if your ACT score is at the 80th percentile, you are in the top 80%. You're better than 80%. 5-number summary. Oops. There are 5 numbers that go in the 5-number summary. The quartile 1, the 25th percentile, the median, the 3rd quartile, and then the minimum and the maximum. Okay, the range is that whole number, the difference between the minimum and the maximum, and then the interquartile range, interquartile, between the 2 quartiles, or the middle 50%. Okay, calculating outliers. To calculate outliers, we are looking for 1.5 IQR above Q3 or below Q1. This is kind of what you want to remember. Otherwise, just knowing the formula is way too complicated. So interquartile range, remember, is Q3 minus Q1. So we're going to do 1.5 times this, add that to Q3, or subtract it from Q1. Okay, so there's the 2 formulas. Any point that falls outside those values is considered an outlier. Okay, so here's the 5-number, or let's calculate the 5-number summaries here. So if we look at this data, we know our minimum here is 121 and our maximum is 203. If we look for the center, the median, that's 175. So this is the median. If we're looking for Q1, it's the middle of the left side. And if we're looking for Q3, it's the middle or the median of the right side. And then we have our minimum and our maximum. Okay, on this second set of data, same concept. We have 8 terms here, so the median is halfway between. So the median is 7.5. The Q1 is going to be the median of the left here. So the median of the left is going to be in the middle here, which is going to be 4 is Q1. And then the Q3 is going to be the median on the right side, which would be 12.5. And then we have 3 is our minimum, and 24 is our maximum. Now to check for outliers, we're going to do 1.5 IQR above Q3 and 1.5 IQR below Q1. So actually need to write that the other way. It's going to be Q1 minus 1.5 IQR. Okay, the values you get there are going to be the outlier boundaries. So anything that falls outside of that will be an outlier. And I'm going to go ahead and have Ms. Winkle work through that with you. Here we have a box plot. A box plot uses those 5 numbers. Okay, so you can see how that is graphed. This is the 5-number summary, and this is how the box plot is created based on that. Modified box plots show outliers. These were outliers. Important to note where these next points fall. If the outlier is 1550, then this point here is the next point in. Okay, same with on the right side here. This would be the third to last point, since the last 2 points are the outliers. Side-by-side box plots are just put on the same axis here. So they're on the same axis, so you can compare medians, Q1s, Q3s, etc. Okay, that's it. I will see you tomorrow.